Hello. Fantasy football dilemma. Do I get rid of Zaha for Aaron Ramsey? I don't know what to do. Hang on. Go back. If I get rid of Richarlison, I'd have not as much money, but if I get rid of Richarlison, 6.9, you probably can't get anybody decent for that amount of money, I wouldn't have thought. I could do the one that I wanted to do, Fabregas, but gross. No, I don't want him. So hang on, why have I got Richarlison at 6.3 when his actual price is 6.6? That doesn't make any sense. There you go. Gross. No, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep the same team, to be honest, that I've got now, and then have 2 transfers midweek, I reckon. So I think I've got Courtois, Tarkowski, Azpilicueta, Sacco. And that's a bit of a risk. Sacco, Richarlison, De Bruyne, Salah, Zaha, Calvert-Lewin. That's the one, Calvert-Lewin. Will he get enough service against Liverpool? Probably not, because I can see Liverpool wiping the floor with him personally. Kane captain and Jamie Vardy. I don't know what to do, to be fair. See if others have made a transfer in the league. They probably have. Man out. Oh yeah, he'll have made, I guess, two, I reckon. No, none. None. That's a great guess, that. Kyle. 1, I reckon. Yep, 1. Bingo. I'd say get rid of Decore, or if you pronounce it like that, Decore, I don't know how you bloody pronounce the thing. How you pronounce his name. Decore. Glyn. 3, I reckon. 1. I'm not doing well at these, am I? Bobby. 1. Oh yeah, he's got a good Pogba's band then. 2. Oh Jesus. 2. What's he got rid of? Oh, he got Christensen. I wanted him. I can afford him. That'd be me 1 transfer if I could afford him. Christensen. For Sacco, but I don't think I can afford him. I think he got a price. I know he's got a price increase of 5.5 million. It's whether I can afford it. Please say I can. Yes, boys. Yes, I can. Yes. Get him. Get Christensen in. See you, Sacco. See you, lad. Now I'm just hoping Chelsea keep a clean sheet. Because I've got 3 bloody Chelsea players in my fantasy team. Oh, what about West Ham, man? Yeah, we're going to get thumped. I know what's going to happen. I know. Don't get me started again. Though if we play like we did, was it Sunday? I can't even remember. Sunday. I think we've got half a chance. A slim chance, put it that way. Let's see what team Fantasy Football Tracker thinks we're going to play. I know Hernandez is back in training. That's a good sign, I suppose. Yeah, Tottenham. Yeah. Who's bothered about them? Watford. Richarlison. Yeah, he'll play. West Ham, so they reckon it's going to be Adrian, Zabaleta, Rice, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Masuaka. Can somebody please tell me who Masuaka is? I've got no idea who Masuaka is. Masuaku, I've heard of. Masuaka, I don't know. It's like Roman Reigns. I don't know who Roman Reigns is. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. I just don't see the logic there. Obiang Noble. No, not Noble, for Christ's sake. He hasn't got the bloody legs. That better not be true. We better not be playing him. I'm going off. I'm going off in the review. If we play him, I'm going off. Fernandez. Yeah, okay. Lanzini and Antonio up front, so they don't think. Oh, they reckon they'll both make the bench, Carroll and Hernandez. Oh, I think we've got to be playing one of them to stand half a chance, I reckon. But there you go. So yeah, it's Courtois, Tarkovsky, Azpilicueta and Christensen. I think that's a good back three, to be fair. I know Richarlison and Tarkovsky play one another, but even so. De Bruyne, Salah and Zaha. Calvert-Lewin, Kane, captain and Vardy. I reckon I could have a good week this week, to be fair. See if Tom's made any transfers. He never really does that one. Never does. Got the cells back in, has he? Oh, okay. None. None. And then you wonder why he's bottom of the league. Dear me. I'll give up, man. With him. Try and tell him. And he... Oh, well. The Woken! Yes! My heart is woken. Let's try and get the clip. It'll make you laugh. He says he's been working with Genghis Khan. Yeah, I don't think he was around when Genghis Khan, because he's only 42, but there you go. And the Great Tower of Giza, whatever he's on about. I don't know what the hell he's on about, to be honest. Makes me laugh anyway, but still I've got no idea what Matt Hardy's on about. I've been told not to do Man's Not Hot anymore. No, no more Man's Not Hot. I'm going to be serious. Well, they told me not to do these videos, but I'm going to do them. I'm just going to be more serious. No more Man's Not Hot. I'm sorry, people. I can't do it anymore. It's only a laugh and a joke, but I can't do it anymore. No more Man's Not Hot. Sorry to disappoint you. Delete. No, Woken. Woken. Woken, yes. What is going on? This computer, man. So slow. It's the noises he makes.
Come and see this amazing Samsung QLED TV at Curry's PC World.
Curry's? I'm not bothered about Curry's, thank you.
100% color volume. With Q-Style, you can hide all those multi cables and boxes. Seamlessly control all your devices and apps.
Things like wrestling, Hardy versus Hardy, the final deletion. That was weird. That was.
It's a complimentary Samsung soundbar when you buy a QLED TV. At Curry's PC World, we hope you get it right.
Run! Who is Hardy? No, we know.
The universe
knows. Yeah, we know, Ray.
But I don't think
he knows. Yes! Wandered through space and time.
But not all who wander
are lost. Because he's worked with Genghis Khan. And Matt.
Mask his own failures and insecurities. Matt Hardy knows nothing of what is actually real. I am well versed in all facets of the multiverse. I have studied at the Library of
Alexandria.
Battled alongside
Genghis Khan.
Held
of Giza.
The ramblings of a madman can be very dangerous,
Yes, that's right.
especially for those of you.
Because it's going to happen to Bray again. He can't get a break, that man.
Due to my condition, I
Condition!
have laid dormant inside this vessel called
Matthew Hardy.
But now, thanks to the consumer of terrestrial
Entities
I have
become
woken.
woken.
Last week was not Matt Hardy's breaking point.
Yes, it was.
It was mine. I actually feel alive again.
Do you, Bray? That's why you're going to get beat again.
And there's a fire in me that is only growing stronger.
For 5 years, you've had one run with the WWE Championship. One run that lasted about 3 weeks. I don't know the exact time, but it wasn't very long.
Bray Wyatt, you left me with no choice. I sentenced you to
Deletion. Oh, it's just so. No. Just makes you laugh, the old gimmick. His facial expressions. His whole facial expressions, that got me. There you go, Matt Hardy woken. What happens with that? We will see in the coming weeks. Oh, hang on, what was my WrestleMania card? I'll have to change it now because Conor McGregor, he's going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao in April. How convenient is that? In April. When's WrestleMania? In April. That's convenient, isn't it? Oh, Alex Hart. Camilla Cabello Vivo uploaded Camilla Cabello Never Be the Same. Okay. Okay. Pretty girl, don't get me wrong, but okay. Okay. What else happened on what else happened on Raw that was big? I don't really know. Hang on, let me get the results from last night in Abu Dhabi. Try and do that. This computer's running awfully slow again. WWE News and Rumours, yes. Tessa Blanchard signing with WWE. I hope so. She's a good wrestler, she is. Vince McMahon really unhappy with top stars in ring work. I knew who the hell that could be. Lists. Yeah, the list of Jericho. The list of Jericho. Here we go. WWE Live results. Abu Dhabi, UAE, December the 8th, 2017. Roman Reigns and Triple H have a handshake. Tonight, Triple H faces the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal in India. Yeah, I want to see how well that goes for Jinder Mahal. Not going to go very, very well, in my opinion. Or whether they make Jinder win, who knows, considering it is in India. But, yeah, we'll see with that. I need to download that thing, OBS. I need to download OBS. OBS. I haven't forgotten. OBS. Obsolete. No, we're not on about. Not obsolete. No, not on about bloody. Matt Hardy. No. OBS soft download. That's it. Open broadcaster software download. That's the one. That's the one. Select your operating system. Windows. 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 Come on, I've pressed bloody Windows. I don't know what I'm doing here. Please select your thingy. I've selected Windows. I don't know what's going on here. Windows. Windows 10. Jesus Christ. What's going on here? OBS Studio. Free download and software reviews. That's the one. Download. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing here. Seriously, don't know what I'm doing here. Don't know what I'm doing. OBS. Try Windows 10 download. Download OBS Studio. Yes, that's what I want. Yes. Windows 7 Plus. Yes. There we go. There we go. Done it. Good. Now, I'm not going to get to grips with how you actually use this thing. I don't know how you use it, but it's downloading, so that's a good sign. While it downloads, we'll go through the results from Abu Dhabi, UAE. Although it's probably going to be slow because I'm downloading this thing. That's the Kevin Owens thing at 11 o'clock. That documentary thing. Roman still has the Intercontinental Championship. Alexa Bliss defended the Women's Championship against Sasha again. Oh, bloody hell. She keeps fighting the same woman again. Samoa Joe v Finn Balor. He is over. Finn Balor defeated Samoa Joe. But Finn Balor's not over Vince, okay. Here we go, where's OBS? Oh, this is going to be too complicated for me to get my head around. I can see it happening, but we'll see. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? No. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to leave that. I don't know. Downloaded it anyway. But I don't know. Because I don't want to bugger it up. I don't want to bugger this computer up. If I do something wrong, that's the problem. So yeah, I've downloaded it. I don't want to bugger it up. Finn defeated Joe. Poor Joe. Here's another one who hasn't got a break. Jason Jordan v Bo Dallas. So there's only one winner there, and he ain't going to be Bo, unfortunately. Poor Bo. He's another one. You've got so many that they're like underutilized, undertreated. It's ridiculous. It really is. I could go. You could say Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Rusev, Aiden English, Ty Dillinger. The list could go on and on and on. You know what they always say? We can't push everybody. Well, it's true, but you should start using your talent that you've actually got available, in my opinion, because I mean, look at Gallows and Anderson. They've been booked like bloody bums. How can you go from being New Japan World Tag Team Champions to being mums. Yeah, it really aggravates me when they do that. Jason Jordan defeated Bo Dallas. Yeah, we know that. The Bar retain the tag team championships because they're not going to have the titles change hands. Oh, it was a steel cage match, but they're not going to have the titles change hands in Abu Dhabi. Not on the telly anyway. No, there you go. The Bar, because we don't just set the bar. We are the bar. We are the bar. Titus worldwide. Titus worldwide. Wonder what Titus O'Neil's favourite meal and catering is. I shouldn't say that. He seems a nice bloke. Titus O'Neil. So does Jinder Mahal. I should stop being so hard on Jinder Mahal, to be honest. But anyway, it's Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews versus Gallows and Anderson. Oh, I wonder who won that. I bet it wasn't Gallows and Anderson. Titus worldwide, yeah. Again, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows get buried again. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. They need to go to SmackDown Live. With AJ and form the Bullet Club. Well, not the Bullet Club. The whatever you call it, because it's not the Bullet Club. Kenny Omega's in the Bullet Club. Or the Elite, whatever you want to call it. Enzo versus Kalisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. Yeah, that moron won again. We know. With his stupid dance that he does with his foot. We know. Oh, but he's making money, man. Good for Enzo. He's making money. That's great for him. It's good for him. Good for him and his family. Good. Happy for him. Elias would come to the ring and grace Abu Dhabi with a concert. Oh, I like Elias. Yep, there you go. Enzo Amore defeated Kalisto to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. Yeah, we know. Get Hideo Itami on there. Beat Enzo. Roman Reigns is Triple H for the Intercontinental Championships. Anyone would do there? Roman Reigns. Yeah, Roman Reigns defeated Triple H to retain his WWE Intercontinental Championship. .55 p.m. I don't know what time the show started in Abu Dhabi then. 5 superstars who excelled on the mic in 2000. Alexa's got to be one of them, surely. Everything that woman says, I believe. Seriously, when she's on the microphone. Everything that he says, I believe. You've got Alexa, you've got Heyman. I can't think of the other three. What's going on here? Facebook, no. Elias. Yeah, well, I don't know what you'd call that, really. He sings, yeah, but it's not really excelling on the microphone, in my opinion. But they've gone with Elias. Alexa Bliss, come on. Enzo, yeah, Enzo. Yeah. To be fair, he is good on the microphone. I'll give him that. Enzo, he should be Cruiserweight champion, in my opinion, but, that's for another time. And he's lucky, really, because he wasn't meant to be the star of Enzo and Cass. It was meant to be Big Cass, and then he got injured. But these things happen, I suppose. These things happen. Injuries happen. New match announced for Tuesday, SmackDown Live. That'll be Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. Considering we had Orton versus Sami Zayn this week, SmackDown Live. The Zoe Train, yeah. You know who's a part of the Zoe Train. Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, Arya Daivari, and what's his name? Noam Dar. Can't think of the bloody name. Alexa Bliss. Three. Come on now. 3 should be number 1. Come on now. 3. Paul Heyman's got to be number 1 then, surely. 3, Alexa Bliss. Should be number 1, people, but okay. A furious 5-footer certainly makes up for her size with her exceptional ability to verbally decimate her opponents. Sometimes when Alexa is competing in a battle of words, I almost feel sympathetic for the divas on the other end of her attack. I don't. Her poisonous tongue. Okay. Is definitely one of the reasons why Little Miss Bliss is the first ever, not diva, scrap the word diva now. Scrap that. It's the women's revolution, as they're calling it, not diva. Scrap that word. The first ever woman to have held both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships. Yes, that's true. That's a fact, people. That's a fact. Now, apart from her promo back in May, oh yeah, with the Bayley, "This Is Your Life," that was one of the worst segments of the year. That was awful. That was absolutely shocking. Not her fault. It was awful. Yeah, come on, next. However, there's a surge of new potential opponents for Bliss in the women's division on Raw, with the likes of Paige returning, along with her 2 very dangerous disciples. Yeah, tell people who they are. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And of course, the undefeated Asuka waiting to strike. So will her promo gold be enough to see her into 2018 with her championship reign still intact? Or will she need backup? Or will she need to back it up with her fists of fury? Well, at WrestleMania, I've gone Alexa Bliss versus Paige for the Raw Women's Championship. Whether that'll happen, I don't know. But Kevin Owens, I don't know. That's 50-50. To be fair, so I'm guessing Paul Heyman's 1, which. Yeah, I'm guessing that Paul Heyman's number 1. The Miz. The Miz. When my hand goes up, your mouths go shut. Yeah, The Miz. Had a good year this year, Miz, actually. Had a good year. He's been in the company how long? 10 years. And this year's his best year. Goes to show them. Goes to show. But he's obviously got better by age. Nice bloke. Seems it. Seems a nice bloke. Seems a nice bloke. We'll go through WWE Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live results. If there was one match to watch on Monday Night Raw, I'd say it'd be Roman Reigns versus Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan did well, but he was always going to get beat to the big dog Roman Reigns. Always. Because I can see a situation where, as I said yesterday, WrestleMania 34, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, Intercontinental Champion versus Universal Champion. I can see it happening now. I'm not going to take the title off of him. Not going to take the title off of him, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they're not going to take the title off of him. Rey's 5 superstars we want to see return in 2018. Rey's too old now. Don't want to see Rey Mysterio return, thank you. Too old now. What's really going on between Enzo and Nia Jax? Who cares? Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Don't care. Nakamura and Owens clash on SmackDown. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Because you had Orton and Zayn this week. Matt Hardy is woken and has started a great war with Bray Wyatt. Yeah, poor Bray Wyatt. Poor Bray Wyatt. You have to see Kevin Owens in a Finn Balor mask. No, they're friends. So that's not surprising. 40 photos a page you've never seen before. Who cares? Triple H recaps epic Abu Dhabi visit. The bar raises the stakes for Monday's Raw. Whether that means I'll put the titles on the line again, who knows? Poll, take the poll. What's the poll? What's the poll? What are you asking me to take? What match are you looking forward to? Clash of the Champions. Probably the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match, to be honest. Because it's Rusev Day every day. Can Rusev and Aiden English claim tag team gold at Clash of the Champions? Who knows? Or will the Usos put team near enough every team on SmackDown in the Uso penitentiary? Who knows? WWE Champion AJ Styles vs Jinder Mahal. No, I'm not looking forward to that, really. There'll be a rant coming. If Jinder Mahal beats AJ Styles, there'll be a rant coming. That's for sure. Charlotte versus Natalya in the Lumberjack match. Who cares at this point? Who is bothered? I'm not. There's more women on SmackDown than Natalya and Charlotte Flair. Why have you brought up Riot, Morgan, and Logan then? What is the point? What is the point? You've got it. Really, really, really gets me. Really gets to me, this things like this. Why, I don't know, but it does. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Shane McMahon is special guest referee. No, because we know who's going to win. It's going to be Owens and Zayn, because they aren't going to let them go. Yeah, because if they get beat, they're fired from all of WWE. Well, they're not going to do that to Owens and Zayn. The problem is half of these results are predictable. AJ Styles will beat Jinder Mahal. Charlotte Flair will retain. Bobby Roode will beat Corbin and Ziggler in the triple threat match. No, it's just the tag team title match. Which way they'd go? Which way they're going to go? It's either going to be the Usos retain, or Rusev and Aiden English for me. And what would I prefer to see? Rusev and Aiden English, because I think the Usos, yes, they've done really, really well this year. But I just think the gimmick's starting to get over. The Rusev gimmick and Aiden English's singing, it's starting to get over with fans. So I think what they need to do, they need to give Rusev and Aiden English the titles. I really do. Am I right? 23% have gone for AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. Oh no, they're looking forward more to the Randy Orton Nakamura match. Okay. That's their opinion. Oops, I clicked superstars instead of shows. Press the wrong button. Press the wrong button. WWE Champions. Total Divas. I'm not bothered about Total Divas, thank you. Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion. AJ Styles, the WWE Champion. Alexa Bliss is the Raw Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair, SmackDown Women's Champion. The Big Dog, Roman Reigns, the Intercontinental Champion. Baron Corbin, United States Champion. Oh, so boring. He's very, very boring. Baron Corbin. Very, very boring. Considering he was a former football player. Crap. He's crap in the ring, in my opinion. Not very good. Shouldn't swear. Not very good. Very good. Cesaro and Sheamus, the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Usos, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Enzo Amore, the Cruiserweight Champion. And Pete Dunne, the UK Champion. Pete Dunne. I like Pete Dunne, I do. Pete Dunne v Tyler Bate in 2 weeks on NXT television. I mean, if their match was as good as they had at NXT TakeOver Chicago, bloody hell, I'm very good. And again, I think I'm not saying it'll be better than that. I think it'll match it, that's for sure. It'll definitely match it. Whether it'll better it, who knows. Imogen Kelly, I remember you. Where do I remember you from? Oh, it's somewhere. Top of my tongue, tip of my tongue, I don't know, whatever the saying is. I remember. Table tennis. That's what I remember. And I quit. I remember. I quit, didn't I? Unfortunately. NXT champions. Andrade Cien Almas. I like Andrade Cien Almas. Sanity NXT Tag Team Champions. Not anymore. It's who was it? Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. And Amber Moon is the NXT Women's Champion. Don't get me started on that again. I'll go off on a rant. When you got wrestlers like Peyton Royce, when you got wrestlers like Kairi Sane, you got wrestlers like I don't know. I haven't really kept up with NXT, to be fair. I watch the takeovers, but actually on a weekly basis, I don't. I mean, I think Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live. It's just I just see what they're doing. I don't actually watch because Raw's 3 hours. Raw's 3 hours. SmackDown's 2 hours. I just think, it's a lot. Raw's a lot to take in. 3 hours. A lot to take in. Shows. Although Raw was good this week. If they do that every week, more matches, less talking. Yes, Vince and Kevin Dunn. More matches, less talking. You hear me? You hear me? Alexa's in Total Divas. I didn't even know that, to be fair. You've got Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Nia Jax, Maurice, Naomi, Lana, Natalya, Nikki Bella, and Brie Bella in Total Divas. Yeah, we know the Shield battled the Bar and Samoa Joe in 3 singles matches. Gulak versus Tony Nese. No, what am I on about? Gulak versus Tony Nese. That's what I'd like to see. Gulak versus Rich Swann. Winner challenges Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship. Who is Raw's true monster when Braun Strowman battles Kane? On Monday Night Raw, there's only should be one winner there. Braun Strowman. Why What in Abu Dhabi was worth the wait for Finn Balor? I've got no idea. No idea. Titus Worldwide, thanks to WWE Universe in Abu Dhabi. Next, who cares? Who cares? Titus Worldwide. Who's bothered? About Titus O'Neil. About Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. But I like Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is talented. Titus O'Neil, on the other hand. Anyway, quick run through of the results for you. It was Intercontinental Champion Roman Reigns defeated Jason Jordan. Paige defeated Sasha Banks. That was actually a good match, to be fair. I thought there'd be a lot of interference in that. There was towards the end, but I thought there'd be more interference. You got Gulak defeated Alexander, Ali, and Nice. Now I saw JD had a rant on that. He said Alexander for the should have won, but I get where he's coming from. But I think Gulak. I want Gulak to win. I want to see his PowerPoint presentations. So let's hope Gulak beats Swan. Not that I can see that happening. I think I'll go with Rich Swann. Personally, that wouldn't be a bad one to go with Rich Swann. But yeah, we'll see what happens on Raw. Braun Strowman attacked Elias. Poor Elias. Asuka defeated Alicia Fox in about 2 minutes. Finn Balor defeated Bo Dallas in about the same amount of time. Obviously, you've seen Matt Hardy sentence Bray Wyatt to deletion. That was probably the other best thing. That was the second best thing on Raw. And obviously, Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus defeated the Shields, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. I want to see who Vince McMahon's unhappy with. Top star, I bet it's Finn Balor again. WWE News, yes. WWE Live India Tour showdown with Triple H. Biggest match of my career, says Jinder Mahal. Will you been in the ring with AJ Styles, mate? That's not. So that wasn't the biggest match of your career, AJ Styles. Okay. That's a good one, though. Nice one, Jinder. Nice one. That's great, man. That's great. That's great. Really is great. I told you, bro. I texted you. You got another new number in it. I know what you're like. I know. Anyway, let's see what he has to say. Jinder Mahal. He says Triple H is past his best. Well, tonight in India, I'm sure Triple H will show you he's past his best. If you think like that, Jinder, you'll get beat. That's with anything. If you think you're better than the opponent, you'll get beat. Yes, it's all right having confidence, but overconfidence is not good. That's for sure. This is definitely the biggest match of my career, Mahal said. I get where he's coming from. Yes, I get where he's coming from. But see, he was born in Calgary, Canada. Calgary, Canada. There you go. So the gimmick makes literally no sense. Calgary, Canada. Not India. It's all right saying he's got Indian descent. That's fine. Where was he born? Calgary. Not India. Not India. So this modern day Maharaja gimmick makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, Christ, it's 11 o'clock. I haven't even had my bloody breakfast. I haven't had my breakfast yet. Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I've got to go and get something to eat. Anyway, let's see what he said first. And I'll run you through the matches for tonight, and then I'll go and get something to eat. Mahal, he was born in Calgary, Canada, as Yuvraj Singh Dehesi. The only Yuvraj Singh that I know is the cricketer. So I guess there's two Yuvraj Singhs. Yuvraj Singh, the cricketer, and Yuvraj Singh Dehesi, otherwise known as Jinder Mahal, or Mahal. Speaking exclusively to TOI Sports on yesterday, Mahal, who was WWE champion for 6 months. 6 months, it felt a lot longer than 6 months, that's for sure. Felt like 6 bloody years. 6 months that man was WWE champion for. Unbelievable. It just goes to show you can be right bottom of the barrel and work your way up. Some people say that's a fantastic story. Others say he brought other people say he devalued the WWE Championship. So that's just a matter of opinion. But 6 months, I didn't realise he was WWE champion for 6 months. Said he was nervous to face Triple H tonight, but this bout was instrumental in his development as a professional wrestler. With the Singh brothers there, Sunil and Sunil, whatever their names are. This is definitely the biggest match of my career. Probably the biggest match in Indian wrestling history. Well, yeah, considering there's only been one show there, Jinder, in India. I would think so. I'm really disappointed that I'm not here as WWE champion. Well, I'm not. That's for sure. But a match against Triple H is more than making up for it. I was really looking forward to play Kevin Owens. I think to facing Kevin Owens. This is a really big match, said Mahal during an hour-long interaction with TOI Sports. I would be lying if I said I was not a little bit nervous. I definitely feel the pressure. I'm very, very nervous, Triple H said in a recent interview. That now his job is to ensure the next generation of WWE superstars are up to par. So basically Triple H is the measuring stick. So I need this match personally. I want to see how I measure up to Triple H, the King of Kings. And what is WWE without a bit of pre-game trash talk, ? I personally believe that Triple H is a bit past his prime. That's all you have to do, Triple H. Read that. Read that before you go out tonight. He thinks you're a bit past your prime. Well, he'll show you tonight when he hits you with 3 pedigrees. No, he'll probably beat him when considering it's in India. He'll probably beat him, but I mean, he's put Roman over. Will he put Jinder over? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure whether he'll put Jinder Mahal over. It's one thing Roman Reigns. It's another thing Jinder Mahal. So will he put him over? I won't know until I won't know until Sunday. Sunday, whether he did put him over. Let me try and get this card. Yeah, we know what he said. That's basically the gist of what he said. He thinks Triple H is past his prime. And he can't wait to have the match tonight. That's basically what he said. Win over Cena satisfying, but defeating Undertaker bigger. Roman Reigns. Ooh, that's controversial, Roman. It's controversial. Here's the card. Let me write this down so I actually know what I'm looking for tomorrow. The Great Khali! Oh, the Great Khali might make a special appearance. Oh, the great Carly with the chop. The Carly chop. The Carly chop. The great Carly is going to make a special appearance. Oh, India, you're in for a fantastic show with Jinder Mahal in the main event. And the great Carly makes a special appearance. That's great, man. That's great. I tell you what, India fans, it's going to be a show that you'll never forget. But the great Carly and Jinder Mahal there. Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be one of these shows that you can't forget, that you can't miss. Dear me, Jinder Mahal and bloody unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Bloody hell, been going for nearly an hour. Bloody hell. Anyway, India. WWE Live India Tour. India. Alright, Kyle, alright, bro? What you up to? Talking WWE, pal. I'm up to. Made a transfer on fantasy, bro. Christensen for Sacco. I don't know, that people will be saying that's controversial because he's got me how many points in the last 2 weeks? 16, 9 and 8. No, 17, then 9 and 8. 17, what the hell am I doing? Can't add up today. Anyway. While the inaugural Universal Champion Finn Balor will have to bring the Demon. No, he won't have to bring the Demon to fight Bray. No, he won't. The show starts at 5 o'clock IST, whatever time that means. So the full card is in full. That can't be the full card. There's got to be more matches than that, I was going to say. The full card is Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers v Triple H, The Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Joe, Cesaro and Sheamus. That'll be decent, to be fair. So at least that's one decent match that they'll see in India. Braun versus Kane. Well, they're doing that on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, India won't see Monday Night Raw unless they've got the what channel is it in India? I don't know what channel it is in India, but unless they've got the channel where they show wrestling, you can't, see Monday Night Raw. Braun v Kane, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, Alexa versus Sasha. Apparently that was really good on Thursday. So Jason Jordan versus Elias. Enzo versus Kalisto again. There's got to be more wrestlers in this cruiserweight division than bloody Enzo and Kalisto. Seriously now. Kalisto? Really? Kalisto? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil versus Gallows and Anderson. Can Gallows and Anderson actually get the win? Who knows? Probably not. They'll probably get beat to Titus Worldwide again. And the two India talents versus Axel and Dallas. I think it is now. Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah, that's the one. Jeet Rana and Christian Rafter versus the Mr. Raj. I don't know who Jeet Rana and Christian Rafter are. So, yeah, I've got no idea who they are. No idea. Not a clue. I told you, bro. I texted you. You've got another new number in it. Oh, no. I know what you like. Anderson. I don't know Hall and the so is. Undo. On paper, it looks okay with weather for the India crowd. It looks alright. It doesn't look fantastic. So Jinder Mahal's just there as a special attraction then, basically, because this is a Monday Night Raw show. So yeah, Jinder's just there as a special attraction. And also they get the Great Khali, so can't be bad. Can't be bad. There you go. Saved, so I'll know what I'm looking for tomorrow. I told you, bro. I text you. You got another new number in it, I know. I know what you like. I'll just let you listen to it. I won't, won't interrupt the main man, Shaq. I'll just let him say what he's got to say. And Charlie Sloth, I'll just let them say what they've got to say. And we'll react to it afterwards. Give you my opinion afterwards. So we'll start from no, you're gonna dig this.
Wait. Come off the thing. Come off the thing. Come off. Well, Charlie, you wanna get these big curtains in the
Right, I'm gonna put my sausage bap in. You can listen to Shaq
what?
or Michael Dapper, whatever you want to call him.
I told you, bro. I text you. You got another new number in it. I know what you're like.
We'll react afterwards. I can't.
You ready for this, yeah? Yeah, you get me. Nah. You know what? Word on road is that there's a bit of beef going on right now. What's that? I heard you looking December, man. That's the only reason I got you up here. What is that? RS? Yeah. Them boy, they can't chat to me. I heard it. I took off his jacket. I heard he violated you, bro. No, he didn't violate me. Them boy, they can't violate me, fam. You don't know this is a big shack. Yeah. You understand? Obviously, I'm alone right now, but you know, every day, man say squadded it up. Yeah. You know, like that. Ask me. What? Squadded it up. Squadded it. Bro, I heard it was your birthday, Charlie. Okay. I mean, Charles. You know, like that. Charles is trying to act bad in that. So what you said, like, you know what? Like, obviously, a lot of people are talking at it right now, yeah? And I thought I'd let you have your say. Well, man's got bars. Fam? Yeah. Come on, bro. You got bars. Man.
No, it's probably that bloody thing that I downloaded.
You got yourself. Because, take my...
Making everything slow.
He's got that. Yeah. Say nothing. You're ready for this, yeah? Yeah, man's been ready. Hey, man like Shaq, fire the booth, yeah? Shaq. Alright, you know. You don't even laugh on that. Hold on, let me take the Zubi out of my ear and that. The what? Hold up. It's the Zubi. BBC. Was that BBC? Yeah. British born Christian and that.
It's the noises he makes that makes me laugh as well.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Man said BBC, like. Man don't know nothing about no BBC. Get me?
Just a building, that's it.
You mean it's a building, bare lights and colours. Are you ready for this? Boom, run that. Nah, wrong thing. Come on, let's stand them beaky boys there. What's them name? Quakes and shakes. And what's that? Balance. Stupid track. Run me the next thing. I need something hard. You need something hard. I don't really like how you say. You're staying there like a Turkish don. What's this? Hard. Yeah, hard, bruv. Hard. Man did English language. Yeah. E. You know what that is? E. Man got E for excellent. You know what that is? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready for this, G, yeah? Come on, man's born ready. Okay. Boom. Big Shaq. Ota Asni, Scoop Noon, Rat Noon, Usna. Ota the girl them as well. Boom. 2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths. Everyday man's on the block, smoke trees. See your girl in the park, that girl was a uckers. When the thing went quack, 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 you man were ducking. Old tight Asni, he's got a pumpy. Old tight my man, he's got a frisbee. I track on the road, moving that cornflakes. Rice crispy. Old time I girl Whitney, perfect. On the road doing 10 toes. Lava toes. You man thought I froze. I see a pen girl, then I pose. If she's not on it, I ghost. Ha! Look at your nose. What? You dickhead? Look at your nose. Nose long like garden hose. You get me?
Read that one,
Boom. I'm gonna come back in. You know that? You're feeling that? Yeah, but you don't know. I'm like shivering in that. Don't go shook man's hair. You're protected it. Yeah? Boom. Let's go. Boom. Hop up the 4-door with the 4-4. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44, and he's still calling man for a draw. Let him know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man tricks by force. Send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the sauce. No ketchup. Just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom. Yo. God. The thing goes grrrr. Pop, pop, tap, tap, tap. Skibby kick, pop, pop. And the poop, 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 boom. Skia. Toot, 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 boom. Boom, boom. You don't know. Big shock. Yo, yeah. Alright. Fire the booth. You get me? Man's not hot. I said, man's not hot. I said, man's not hot. The girl told me, take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot. Yo, man can never be hot. Perspiration thing. Links effect. Yo, you don't know. You look a bit shook, Charlie. You look a bit hot. What's that? You sweating in that, yeah? Brother, man, don't make jokes with me, Charlie. Yeah, man, listen, you're cool on that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're cool on that, but I know how you look in it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to set the, the goons out on you. You know, like that? All right, cool. Don't take me for one of these boys and that. You know what I'm saying? Man's really about it.
So why did you let RS take your jacket?
Who's that?
That road safety.
What did he take?
The jacket.
He didn't take my jacket.
Apparently that leather jacket.
Stop doing the conspiracy.
Apparently that leather jacket was yours, fam. I'm just saying, innit?
Man, like Charlie, you're trying to call the conspiracy. I don't even say the word.
Let's just put it out there, because like
I stop causing the
controversy.
No.
That's not one.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Hang on, that's it basically.
You're not an English.
He just goes off on one. He goes off. He goes off on one basically. So that's it with the man's not hot. Well, not man's not hot. It's just he just goes off on one. Says I don't know what he says. He's on about bloody garden hose and I don't know what he's on about. Seriously, garden hoses and bloody your nose and I've got no idea. And the other one's about balance, the bank balance. Your bank balance with MC quakes and shakes. You need to know the balance. That was balance. Barclays balance. Everywhere you go, the balance. Everywhere you go, the balance. RTB, rough to buff. Rough to buff. I don't know what that means. Any songs you'd like me to play or react to? Comment down below. I like the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. That's a good song. That is great song. It Wasn't Me as well by Shaggy. I like Shaggy. That's a good song. These are going to be around for years. Sweet Caroline. Forget all this Stormzy and all this crap. Sweet Caroline's about 60, 70 years old. Good song. These songs that are going to be around, these songs are around for years. You'll be forgetting bloody Stormzy, Skepta and all that in bloody 3 or 4 years. Well, no story. Yeah. Yes, hello again. 15 minutes till we see what crappy team Moyes has picked today. Yeah, we haven't got it. The cat and hell's chance, basically. The only chance we've got is if we stop Hazard and that, which isn't likely, to be fair. Do you want to hear the bank balance or not? Probably not. It's not very good, to be honest. And some proper songs, White Stripes and that. Songs. Or Shaggy. I like Shaggy, actually. Open up, man. Wasn't me. It was. Open up, man. 10 years ago, you see. 10 years. Good song, this. Open up, man. Yo, man. Open up, man.
My girl just caught me. Better catch you. I don't know how I let this happen. But who? The girl next door, you know? I don't know what to do.
Say it wasn't you.
Alright. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door.
Picture this.
Picture this, we were both butt naked.
No, actually, no. No. The lyrics aren't good. No. Get me in trouble. White Stripes. At least that's a clean song, you know. At least that's a clean song, as far as I know, anyway. Or at the darts, Michael Van Gerwen. Oh, Michael Van Gerwen. What is this? What this is? Can you keep your piece in that? I know what this is. Oh, about a watch. Well, I don't know what the hell that's got to do about a watch. You keep your piece. Oh, Michael Van Gerwen. Good song, this is. Good song.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. I said the nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off. Taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette.
Okay, yeah, but that's not.
And a message coming from my eyes says leave it alone.
Oh, Michael Van Gerwen. Will he win the World Championships? When do they start? I think it's next week. It's either next Thursday, this Thursday, or next Thursday. Will Phil win his last ever World Championships? Who knows? I can't see it because he's got to face. So if he gets to the quarterfinals, he'd have to face Van Gerwen, which not in his. I can't see him beating him in his current form.
Hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the Hounds of Hell.
Oh, we went out in I'm a Celebrity last night. I didn't catch it. To you. Boom, 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 boom. Now it's stopped for some reason. I can go through my mind. Better not be tough. I'll be mad if it's tough. As viewers turn on camp bullies. Tough makes sexy confession about Hunky Kioski, though. Yeah, we saw that the other night, though. Oh, Amir went. Oh, good. I didn't like him. Good. So the final four. Is it Tough, Fizz, or Jenny? Whatever you want to call it, whatever. Tough, Fizz, Ian, or somebody else. Can't think of the other one. They'll be your final two anyway, or should be your final two. Fizz and Toff. I think Toff will win it, to be fair. Could be that Ian, though, to be fair. But yeah, that's what I think will happen. In that, anyway. Here's the White Stripes again. Match review. Hang on, what time will it finish? About 2:20 when it'll finish. To review at 2:30. Quick review of it. Not going to go into too much detail, even if we somehow win. Can't see us winning though. Then we've got Arsenal Wednesday, so that's going to be great. Could be 2 defeats in a row. Well, no, more than 2, really. More than 2. It's the board, in my opinion. Gold, Sullivan. I should never go at Brady, but I might. No, I won't sing no more either. Gotta be more serious. Good song, mate. How was that? How was that? Might be my mum getting up, I don't know. Because it feels so empty without me, little aliens. And bears, the bears started listening to Elvis. Oh, dear me, what bloody bad, terrible wind now. What's going on with me today? Oh, bloody hell. Any songs that you want on, request them. That's full volume. It's not very good. It's not very loud, is it? Very loud at all. How bad's the snow today? Let me have a look how bad the snow is. Oh, it felt bad and now it's slowly starting to go. Quite bad, really. I don't even think it's that cold, though, to be fair. For it to snow, but it just goes to show now. I suppose it doesn't have to be, does it? Doesn't have to be. Oh, terrible cold as well. And what are the games today? I know it's Burnley, Watford, West Ham, Chelsea, Burnley, Watford, Palace v Bournemouth, I think it is. We've got Millwall. Can we beat Millwall? I don't know. Adrian set to start ahead of Hart. Yes. Good. Heart's on the way down. But I think Adrian will have a lot to do today, like he did on Sunday. He did well on Sunday, to be fair. Sophie, hopefully he does well. If not, people will say it's not a free hit anymore. But I mean, if Swansea, West Brom, how can that come out? We've got Chelsea at home. It's like, give us a chance. Come on now. So it's West Ham, Chelsea, Burnley, Watford, Palace, Bournemouth, Huddersfield, Brighton, Swansea, West Brom, Tottenham, Stoke, and Newcastle, Leicester. There's not many games that stand out today. the biggest games, Swansea West Brom for me. That's a 6-pointer already for me. I think it's one of them. Swansea West Brom, it's one of them. Will Abraham get chances? If he gets chances, then I can see Swansea winning. If he doesn't, then you know what West Brom will do. They'll try and sit back. They'll try and get one attack and score. If they get a 1-0, they'll be like, thank you very much. And then tomorrow it's obviously the Merseyside and Manchester derbies alongside. Is it Southampton Arsenal? I think it is. I don't know. I think. See the Villa news today. Oh, Bristol beat Sheffield United. What was the score in that? He's the top man. Bruce takes on 5-year-old assistant. (2-1). Damn. Oh, it was the last minute as well. Oh, why couldn't that have been a draw? Oh, that's annoying, that is. It's annoying. But these are the sort of games that Villa struggle with, usually. These teams that you think they should beat. Down the bottom. And Millwall, dirty side these today. Dirty side. Damn. Not good. Where does that put us in the league? It's very, very tight, that top 6. Christ, 4 points behind Bristol now. Jesus. 5th place, Villa remain without injured John Terry, but have Mile Jedinak and Hogan back in training. Jedinak and Hogan will be assessed before today's game. Millwall right back Conor McLaughlin is available after a 1-match suspension. Sean Williams has returned to training, but Byron Webster is out for the rest of the season. That's unlucky. Albert Adoma's 10 league goals this season have been worth 11 points to Villa. Only Sheffield United's Billy Sharp, 12, has won more points for his team in the Championship. This is a worrying one. Steve Morrison has had 44 shots without scoring this season. Any money he'll score today then. 44 shots without scoring. Bet he'll get one at Villa Park and he'll put it away. It's usually what happens. Bloody Chris Samba. Oh, I don't know. We better not play him again. I give up with him. Crap. Awful player. Absolutely awful player. Chris Samba. Not good at all. Somebody asked, that. While we're doing well, I'm not going to predict on games because it's usually the kiss of death when I predict games. It's usually the kiss of death. So I'm going to leave it. What happens. If we get in this top 6 this season, I think we will go up. I think Wolves are clear. Wolves will go up. Best team I've seen in this league. Cardiff, I still think they'll fall away. Cardiff. Bristol. I've said Bristol though. I didn't say that they'd be top 6 or whatever, but I said they'd be, say, relatively fine. I didn't think they'd be 3rd. Sheffield United will fall away. With Villa, it's who knows. Derby will be up there. You'd think Leeds would get stronger. Borough would get stronger. So it's Sheff Wed gets stronger. So it's one of them. Who do I think will go down? That's probably the more easier thing to say. Burton, Sunderland, and I don't know what about. Hang on, who's down there now? Bolton, yeah, probably. I think Birmingham will just get out of it. I hope they do anyway. I hope they get out of it. You don't want your rivals to go down with anybody, regardless of what. regardless of what people say. We don't want. I'm sure Millwall will want West Ham to go down, but yeah. Oh crap! I missed Kevin Owens thing. Might be on tomorrow. Oh, crap. Probably be on tomorrow. Oh no, I won't see it, but I'll see it on Monday. Crap. Didn't mean to miss it. Oh well. No, I'm not putting that on, that's too rude. A full playlist, 6 songs. It's a good song. Shawn Mendes. She's got a good voice, I think. Camila Cabello. Or Cabello, sorry. But she has a go at people for pronouncing her name wrong.
He knows dirty secrets that I keep. Does he know it's killing me? He knows, does he know?
Does he know it's killing me? He knows. Well, he obviously knows it.
He knows.
Tearing me apart. She's slipping away. Marge is hanging
Marge,
on the words she
about the
used to
Simpsons
say.
or whatever.
The pictures on her
Marge.
phone. She's not coming home.
Coming home.
I know what you did last summer. Just like to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know. I didn't mean it, no, I didn't mean it, no.
Can't seem to let you go, can't seem to hold you close. I know when she looks me in the eyes, they don't seem as bright. No more. I know she loved me at one time, but I promised her that night, 'cause my heart knows to die. Tearing me apart. She's slipping away. Marge is hanging
Marge
on
again.
to the words she used to say. The pictures on her phone. She's not coming home. Oh, nah, yeah. I know what you did last summer. Just like to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. No. Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep it close.
Hold me close.
Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep you
You know I
close.
didn't mean it,
Where you
though.
been lately? Tell me where you been lately.
Hold me close.
Tell me where you been lately. Tell me where you been lately.
Don't let me go.
Keep it close. Can't seem to let you go. I know you didn't mean it though. I know you didn't mean it
I don't
though.
wanna let you go.
Tell me you didn't mean it though. Tell me you didn't mean it though.
Can't seem to let you go.
I know you didn't mean it though. I wanna know you mean it though.
How come she's...
I know you
I
didn't
don't
mean
get
it though.
that.
I know you didn't mean it though. I can't seem to let
He's
you
got
go.
rain. Well, I don't get that. Oh no, she's got rain on her head, isn't she? I was gonna say. Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield Shield. Oh, I don't like them themes. The phenomenal AJ.
Strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you could be next. You better give respect.
Because nobody's breaking AJ. Maybe Nakamura at WrestleMania. Maybe. That doesn't make any sense. I'm a mad truck, but don't get run over.
Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you can be next. You better give respect. Cause ain't nobody breaking this redneck. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared, no, they don't really want none. And I'm a Mack truck. Don't get run over. We some country boys working overtime, boys. Kings of the South. Never had nothing. Blue collar boys do it with their hands running. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared. No, they don't really want none. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared. No, they don't really want none. Strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you can be next. You better give respect. Cause ain't nobody breaking this redneck. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared, no, they don't really want none. And I'm a Mack truck. Don't get run over. We some country boys working overtime, boys. Kings of the South. Never had nothing. Blue collar boys do it with their hands running. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared. No, they don't really want none. No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared. No, they don't really want none.
Still don't. Magic still don't. Got to be up there. One of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. Carmella. Oh, that theme's okay. It's okay. It's not brilliant. Do, 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 do. No, we're not having any Bobby Roode's theme for half an hour. No, forget that. Hang on, why aren't I on WWE Music? That would be easy. That would be easier. Yeah. I can't believe they released Jim Johnston. I can't believe that. Been with the company for that many years. Just release him. I don't bet that, to be honest. Alexa, no, we've heard that theme enough. Hasn't he given you a few? Monday Night Raw themes, Kevin Owens. SmackDown Live. That works. The Shining Stars, yeah. Go to Puerto Rico, yeah, we know. Emma's theme, yeah, that's good now that she's gone. Wolfgang. Trent 7. This is NXT. I'm looking at NXT. Hang on. Nikki Cross, yeah. Nikki Cross, that was the other one I was thinking of. Nikki Cross in that Fatal 4-way in the... Really? Is there that many videos? Drew Gulak. Cruiserweight Classic, yeah, that was very good. Cruiserweight Classic. No Way Jose. I like that thing. The Social Outcasts. Adam Rose, yeah. Remember him. How can we forget him? King Barrett, half of these are gone. King Barrett, Ryback. The League of Nations, yeah. Del Rio. We know. Del Rio. Or El Patron, we know. What is this? Tito. He's probably the least talented out of the Shield, but it just works. The Shield as a whole, it just works. Complement each other in so many different ways. You've got Roman, who's the big powerhouse man. You've got Seth, who's the athletic bloke, and you've just got Dean, who's just Dean. I don't know. Dean is just Dean, I suppose. I'm sure they're doing some tournament in NXT. No, not some tournament. I'm sure they're doing something in NXT because somebody got injured. I think the Velveteen Dream got injured, and now they're doing. Is it Fatal 4? I'm sure it's Fatal 4-way matches to determine who's going to face Andrade Cien Almas to take over Philadelphia. Let's check what the crappy team is that Moyes has picked today then. Hart dropped. Alonso returns. Oh crap! Better not mean he's not playing. Christensen. Yes, he is. Yes, lads. Yes, all mine are in. Oh, bloody fuck! That's very Reed's fit. Bloody hell. Adrian, Reed, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Zabaleta. Oh, he is playing bloody noble. You're taking them. You're having a giraffe. You're having a laugh. Oh, we're gonna get overrun again. We're gonna get overrun again. In midfield. Jesus Christ. We're gonna get overrun again. Adrian, Reed, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Zabaleta, Lanzini, Noble, Obiang, Masuaku, Arnautovic, Antonio is thingy on the bench. And Paddy, he is. Chelsea teams: Courtois, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Cahill, Zappacosta, Fabregas, Kante, Bakayoko, Alonso, Hazard, Morata, Caballero, Rudiger, Pedro, Moses, Willian, Batshuayi, and Paddy. So it's Carroll, Sacco, Hernandez, Ayew, Hart, Fernandez, Rice. I'd rather play Rice, to be fair. Me personally, I don't think Reed, unless he's passed a fitness test, is he that fit? I don't know. Look at that, we've got the worst goal difference in the league. Worst goal difference in the league. Us minus 19 and Huddersfield minus 17. Stoke minus 12. Dear. Don't like that. I'd rather have played. What I'd have done is I'd have played Fernandez alongside Obiang. Unless he's thinking, do we need players who's been there, done it, got the t-shirt? And if he's thinking like that, then Noble's obviously the man to do that. But not for me. Not for me. I think his legs have gone. Personally, I think his legs have gone. I think it's going to be one of those afternoons again. I'll be shocked if we get anything, to be honest. If we get a draw, I'd say that's decent. I think we could potentially beat Arsenal. Don't go, whoa. But I think we could potentially beat Arsenal if he picks the right team, which I don't think he has today. Personally, but we'll see what happens. Not good, really. Carroll, I'd have played Big Andy, to be honest. I think Andy Carroll would have worried that Christensen, to be honest. There's a stat about Hernandez. I'm sure he scored, 50 goals? And I'm sure all of his 50 goals have been scored from inside the box. Might be wrong with that, but don't think so. Bloody hell. Inside the box. Mad thing. Mad.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta,
Shield. The big dog. Anything you want me to watch on the network, comment down below. I like that guy along with the Shield. And Bailey and Sasha. Couldn't think of a name. The Shield's in the car together. So yeah, I think we're going to get over one in midfield. When they've got players like Hazard, Morata, Fabregas, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all, to be honest. be fair, if Chelsea keep a clean sheet, then that's 18 points. So I have 6 for Courtois, 6 for Azpilicueta, and 6 for Christensen. So 18 points. So in a way, do I want him to keep it? Do I want West Ham to score? No, probably not. If I'm thinking fantasy. I didn't really like that PW Pro Wrestling Illustrators list. Top 10 wrestlers. Why is Kenny Omega number 5? They must be seeing different things to me, I tell you. They must be seeing different things to me. Why is Kazuchika Okada? Oh, he was number 1, yeah, so. Kenny Omega number 5. Must be mad. Must be mad. They should do one for tag teams as well. Instead of singles, they should do one for tag teams. They should do one for tag teams, they should do one for women. Shield. He did, Jim Johnston did their theme. Imagine if they change it. Not that I think they will, but imagine if they do. They'll be up shit creek unless they get CFOS to do it. Which they probably will. Well, they'd have to. But Kill Switch Engage to do it. Because I know they said they were doing WWE's theme. WWE's theme songs, but or a WWE Superstars theme song. Who that is, I don't know. So I haven't heard anything about that yet. I haven't heard anything about John Cena being sued by Ford. Yeah, that was last week. John Cena being sued by Ford because apparently he bought the car. He bought a car that I don't really know the full story. Let me try and see if I can get it. I'm sure I read it somewhere. John Cena wife. We know who John Cena's wife is. Bella. John Cena sued. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. John Cena sued by Ford for it. There's Page's thing. For reselling 4,000. Bloody John Cena doesn't have any ill will towards Ford over that Ford GT lawsuit. It was £370,000 according to the Sun. Apparently he sold his car without telling them or something. Bit daft, if you ask me. Seeing as that well known, I'm sure he can get away with it. Taking advantage of the situation. Page a couple of weeks ago said Booker T. And then you had Corey Graves and Michael Cole. What's the allegiance here? We're tough enough allegiance, you bloody clown. Tough enough allegiance. Whatever that thing that she was doing. What's yours? Yes, she'll be taking that. She might be taking that women's championship. I've heard this theme, Mandy Rose's theme's awful, absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. She needs to change that. Unless they use Pages, which makes sense considering she's the leader of the group. struggling for what to actually talk about now. See if JD's got any news. My man JD. See if he's got any news. On this episode of Off the Script, number 190. Hang on, what number is it? What number are we on now? We're nearly on episode number 200. I don't know what he's going to do for that episode. Roman Reigns says he is the best in-ring performer in the world today. Episode number 199. Hot number 1.
What is going on, guys? JT
From New York here.
Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this morning, and I don't believe that it is almost episode 200
No, neither can
of
I.
this very podcast. This is episode 199, part number
Well
1
done, man.
of
Keep-
the
Number one
professional
wrestling
podcast right
here
on YouTube.com.
That's right.
This is Off the Script.
Well done, JD.
Episode 199,
Well done, man.
part number
Keep going.
1 for your Friday.
Keep going. We're going to make this
December
company better, man.
2017.
Seriously. Seriously, man.
Before we get into anything on this show, I want to thank everybody, and I'm probably going to do some long-winded speech next week. I don't really have any plans for 200, man. I'm going to go about business as usual for this show, and that is giving you guys the news and the rumors.
That's right.
For the product.
That's right.
And we are headed towards Clash of Champions.
We are,
so I
yeah.
want to make sure you guys are fully stocked on content and news and rumors and everything you guys need before we get into the last pay-per-view of the year. Probably give you some long-winded speech about how Off the Script is probably the most important thing for me right now in my professional life, my professional career. Without this podcast, I am nothing. I'd be working retail.
What?
But I want to thank everybody, like I usually
that.
do, for your continued support, man. Whether you guys are subscribed, whether you're new.
Of course I am, bro.
Hitting that subscribe button.
Of course I'm subscribed to JD from
whether you
NY.
guys have supported me with a like or a comment or a share. Whatever the reason is,
That's it, man.
whatever
Keep
you
going.
have done to support this show
Keep
in any
going.
way, buy a t-shirt.
Buy a
I just wanna
t-shirt,
say
yeah,
thank
the
you guys.
Jinder
Without
Mahal
you,
t-shirt.
I am, again, working retail during this holiday season instead of working from the comfort of my own home. So thank you guys so much for making this podcast what it is today. And
The
we
number
truly
one
are, out of
professional
everybody
podcast.
in the circle here on YouTube within the YWC, there is nobody that does what we do here on
That's
Off the
right.
Script. There's a reason why I say it each and every week. This is the number one
The
podcast
number one
for wrestling
podcast.
on YouTube.com, and you better believe it.
No,
Thank you
I
guys
do
so much
believe
for
it,
all your
bro.
continued love
Tell
and
me,
support.
buddy.
We ain't stopping. We got a long way to go, and I'm glad you guys are joining me on this adventure we call Off the Script, man. I got news today.
What's
As
he
you
got
can see
news
from
on
the
today?
thumbnail, if it didn't get demonetized, which I'm assuming it will, I always have a fear of my videos and my content getting demonetized before I actually upload
Oh, it
it.
will.
More times than not, the thumbnail is what causes it to be demonetized.
That's it.
But
That's why I
hopefully
don't
this
put any
says,
thumbnails in
either
my
way,
videos.
You see the title of the video. Roman Reigns says he is the best in-ring performer in professional wrestling. I don't know whether this guy smoked a little joint.
Yeah, probably. So you're telling me he's better than Kenny Omega? He's better than Kenny Omega. He's better than AJ Styles. He's better than Shinsuke Nakamura. He's better than Randy Orton. Okay.
Before he went live with Corey Graves on his new show, I don't know whether this guy is really that fucking stupid, or
Probably.
maybe he just said it because he knew it would cause a reaction. We're going to go over all
probably.
that today, right here on Off the Script.
The script.
Also, Nia Jackson Enzo on Monday Night Raw. What does it mean? I got the answer for
I don't
you
know.
today on the show. WWE expanding 205 Live, even further reasoning as to these people and their ideas for 205 Live. They have no idea what they want to do with 205 Live. They have no idea what needs to be done to fix the cruiserweight division. WWE wants to expand 205 Live in 2018. How so? We're going to talk about it today on the podcast. Why do WWE officials continue to push Jason Jordan? We'll go over that as well. Update on Luke Harper. If you guys heard earlier in the week, Luke Harper was actually pulled from SmackDown events overseas in Peru and Chile.
Chile? Where's Chile?
I got the
Chile.
reason why he was pulled off the tour and sent back home right here on the podcast.
Chile.
Also, Sheamus and his WWE in-ring career may be over. No, that is not clickbait. That is
that's
not
true.
clickbait whatsoever, man. I got legitimate
That's
news
true.
on Sheamus potentially ending
Got the
his
same injury as
WWE
Tyson Kidd had.
career sooner rather than later. All that today on
And he had
Off the
to-
Script,
he had to,
episode
give it up.
199, part number 1. I have t-shirts, man. I have t-shirts. And you guys know I have t-shirts, but
We know.
I have t-shirts for you guys for the holidays.
Ooh.
One of them actually redone.
Ooh.
So you guys know that the Black Friday sale seen the introduction of 2 new t-shirts for Off the Script and Barbershop Window.
Yeah.
We had the bench t-shirt, the
Eat, Sleep, Bench, Repeat
which is
t-shirt.
incredibly popular. Thank you guys so very much for all of that. As you guys see it right there. Eat, Sleep,
Yeah,
Bench,
we
Repeat.
see it.
It's a
I
take
see
on
it.
Brock Lesnar design.
Brock
Eat,
Lesnar
Sleep,
design.
Conquer, Repeat, the new Off the Script logo designed by my buddy at MikeWill87 on Twitter. That is the new one. But you guys
they're
know
designed
that
by
I did
him.
a Jinder
Oh,
Mahal Get Off My TV design.
the gender design.
That was a take on the iconic Ghostbusters logo.
Oh.
Now, there were a bunch of salty fucking goons who don't understand the concept of the t-shirt. They automatically put it down. They laughed at it. But they can't get t-shirts to sell, and they can't get t-shirts designed like I can. So they got to put down literally everything that I do. So I went out and made the design better for you guys. What I did is I called Connor up, and I said, bro, we need to change this design. We got to add a little bit more color to it, bro. We got to add a little bit more spice to it. We got to add some JD-isms to it. So what did I do? This is the new design, man. Look at that.
Look
We got
at that.
Jinder. With a
Jinder.
nice little cross right through. You know we don't want Jinder on the TV. And what
We
do
know.
call Jinder, the modern day
Failure. Raha.
And that's the hashtag on the shirt. And as Paul Heyman so eloquently
Quintly
says,
said.
the make-believe Maha.
Roger.
Oh, yeah, man. That is the Jinder design. Now
Yeah.
available on
Barbershop
Window.
Window.
The old design is still up. I will be taking that down. This is the new design going forward. So anybody that ordered that design,
The failure Raha.
in your hands.
Jinder
a
Mahal
limited
or Mayhem.
edition t-shirt. So there you go, man. That's the new design going forward. I absolutely love it. And please do not be afraid to wear it. It's Jinder Mahal. We don't like Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is terrible. He had one of the worst WWE title reigns ever. And if people ask you, what does this shirt mean? Just say that Jinder is a failure. That is all you need to do, man.
No, that's a
Also-
bit harsh on him.
Team JD.
Team JD shirt.
That everybody wanted me to bring back. I have brought it
The
back.
Bullet
It is
Club
now
design.
available on teespring.com. Everybody reached out to me saying, JD, I didn't get my shirt. You know, can you please put the campaign back up? I didn't get my shirt. I want to get it for full holiday. So what did I do?
What?
I put it up for all of you guys. to
Bullet
go
Club
buy.
t-shirt design.
Great quality, excellent print. The design was made by
Yeah.
my buddy
Well,
Lyndon
get on
Tate.
where he
What's up,
says
brother? Hope
Roman's the
you're doing
best
well.
wrestler in the world today.
He is better and giving you examples as to why he is better.
Here we
I
go.
will not do that. I will not do any of that today. I'm sure you guys can come up with your own list of
Yeah.
who is better than Roman Reigns.
Everybody.
In fact, the man that he was in the ring with on Monday night is better than Roman Reigns in the ring.
Yeah.
So the fact that Roman Reigns says he's the best in-ring performer today, he wasn't even the best in-ring performer on Monday night in the match that he was in. So I'm not really going to hold this as credible information.
No.
I'm not. I'm going to take the high road. Believe it or not, I'm going to take the high road on this topic right here. Roman Reigns says he's the best in-ring performer in the world today. Apparently, WWE had a new network series. They canceled that Bring It to the Table with fucking Goonberg
Goon, yeah.
and JBL.
JBL.
JBL isn't a part of the company anymore, so I
Thankfully.
don't know why they just couldn't do it with Corey Graves and Rosenberg. Maybe they thought Rosenberg was nauseating and they couldn't stand
Maybe.
the fucking sound and sight of him.
Maybe they
got
should have done
rid
it
of
with
him, so
Renee
they did Corey
Young. I like
Graves.
Renee Young.
His own show, and it's a take on pretty much
Corey Graves, some Renee Young lady. She's got her own network show.
Straight to the source.
Straight to the source.
Corey Graves debuted on Raw, or after Raw, on the WWE Network on December 4th. It was filmed in an arena prior to the event. The Corey Graves hosted interview show obviously isn't breaking the budget, so they gave him a new show. They got him literally doing everything. Corey Graves is one of the guys that I don't mind seeing a lot of because he does a great job. And
yeah, he does, to be fair.
But apparently, with everything that they are doing to cut budget, they gave this guy a new show. But it's a good way to get some new content on the WWE Network, which, if you're a paying customer, I'm sure you don't have a problem with. It gives fans a chance to know a superstar and generate some quotes to stir up conversation online amongst the goons that dwell on social media. Now, Graves' first guest is really good for generating buzz and stirring up conversation online.
Yeah.
He spent 15 minutes with Roman Reigns, and it was an interesting listen for lovers and haters of what Michael Cole says is the big dog.
The big dog.
But when the conversation turned to Roman's win over The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33,
that's where it got me.
And where that position
that's where it annoyed me.
In general, things got really polarizing. And they use that word with John Cena because every time John Cena steps into the ring, as you guys know, they use the term polarizing because half of the audience is split. Half of the people really like him.
Really like him, and half don't really like him.
Can't stand. And that other half that can't stand him, it's go away heat.
Yeah.
It's people that don't want to see him in the ring at all.
The same
thing happens with Roman Reigns, but more people hate him than actually want to see him.
Yeah.
So with John Cena, it's about 50-50. You hear it 50-50. With Roman Reigns, it's maybe 70-30.
Yeah.
Or 75-25, along those lines. And I'm being generous with that. Corey Graves asks, and I quote, point blank, is Roman Reigns WWE's top guy now?
No.
Roman Reigns answers, and I quote, every day of the week. This is the top of the mountain here. Point blank. Period. Okay? Very normal conversation, very simple question, very simple answer. Not really controversial in any way. Now, most haters will say the problem is that Roman Reigns has been made the guy. He's been given his position. He's been given the kingdom. He really hasn't done anything to prove to anybody why he deserves that spot. And you guys know how I feel about that. With the absence of CM Punk and him walking away from the WWE, that was his spot until WWE fucked him over. That opened the door for Daniel Bryan to come on in, which will have
Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in the Shield.
Daniel Bryan, apparently, again, more rumors are heating up with Daniel Bryan and his return to the WWE. In fact, there's now a date for him to return to the WWE, and I mean in-ring return.
No, really?
So we'll talk about that this weekend.
No way.
CM Punk leaving and walking away opened up the door for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, obviously, you guys know the story of WrestleMania 30 and him being put over in the most monumental way possible by beating Evolution in one night. And he was made the man. He was given the World Heavyweight Championship.
For one night.
And he was given one of the best WrestleMania moments of all time. He was the man. He indeed was the man in WWE. You know? And I will always say that. That was his job and his spot.
Daniel Bryan was
He was more over than anybody. In fact, he's still more over than anybody in the active roster. Daniel Bryan got injured.
And then they thought,
one more concussion landed him out, and that was it. You didn't see Daniel Bryan anymore. After forfeit the title, Daniel Bryan was forced to retire. We all know that.
We know.
So Daniel Bryan was at the top of the mountain. If it wasn't for Daniel Bryan retiring, Roman Reigns would not be the top dog or the big dog.
The big dog in WWE.
Okay, he would never be the guy.
No.
We made the guy. The WWE Universe, quote unquote, the fans of this shit product, we should be the ones to tell you who we want to see. And if it goes by what we see on weekly television, if it was up to us, it would be AJ Styles, no matter how old he is.
Doesn't matter.
We don't want to see Roman Reigns. He's not the guy. Nobody likes Roman Reigns because he's been given the position of the guy.
That he's in.
And people don't like Roman Reigns, and not for the right reasons. They hate him for the wrong reasons. The big dog justified why he believes he's the top guy, and will probably, this will probably irk a lot of those AJ Styles fans. This will probably irk a lot of the Okada fans. This
Omega fans.
The Kenny Omega fans. This is exactly what he said, and I quote.
What did he say?
You know, I am the best performer in ring in the world right now. You can go to my matches and my pay-per-views over the last 3 years, and you can say I'm an idiot, or you can be like, man, he's got a point. You know what I mean?
Yes.
End quote. Reigns' late brother, Rosie, Matt Anoa'i, told him, you have to be a little selfish to make it in this business. And someone who's going to be a multi-million-dollar entertainment machine, and the front of that multi-million-dollar entertainment machine, you have to believe in yourself, said Rosie, which I honestly agree with. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
You have to be a little selfish. You have
Yeah.
to be a little selfish. In anything that you do, if you're successful, you got to be a little selfish. There's okay with you being a little selfish. But that's not selfish to me. That's Roman. Honestly, this is Roman being Roman. Roman's a dick. Roman is a dick at the end of the day. Does he believe himself to be the top guy in the ring right now? He probably does.
Probably does.
He probably does. And you know what? It's okay for him to think that. It really is. It's like these fucking detractors on social media who make fun of me about saying I'm the #1 podcast on YouTube.com when it comes to WWE in our inner circle. I have a right to say that. I do. And you know what? I believe myself. If I didn't believe myself, I wouldn't be doing this on a weekly basis.
That's right.
Roman Reigns has every right to say, and you're probably shocked at what I'm saying here. You probably thought I was going to shit all over this guy and give you this guy, and a reason why fucking half of the wrestling roster on the independent team is probably better than Roman Reigns. But I'm not going to do that. I'm taking the high road here. I'm taking the high road. Roman Reigns has every right to say what he said there. Every right. Every right. Do I believe him? Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
No.
He's not the best in-ring performer in the world today. He's not even the best in-ring performer in WWE.
WWE.
And I'm including NXT.
That's it, yeah, if you include
I can
NXT.
bring people immediately off the top of my head that are better than Roman Reigns in the ring.
Reigns.
Drew
Come
McIntyre,
on.
Andrade Cien Almas, and Johnny Gargano.
There you
Cassius
go.
Ohno, Aleister Black.
Aleister Black, the Velveteen Dream. There you go. You know,
I can name you everybody on the
Yeah.
WWE roster who's better than Roman Reigns in the ring.
in the ring.
AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Tyler Breeze,
Fandango.
Sami Zayn,
Sami
Kevin
Zayn,
Owens,
Kevin
Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
You know, Monday Night Raw side, Seth Rollins. His own brothers are better than him in the ring. Maybe not Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is a little... I much prefer Roman in the ring than Dean Ambrose.
Dean,
Ambrose
yeah.
needs to revamp his moveset, dude, and go heel. He needs that bad. Oh,
Joe.
right?
Even Jason Jordan's better than Roman
He has every
Reigns in
right
the
to
ring.
say what he said here.
Bloody hell.
But nobody believes him. Especially not with Styles out there and Okada
And
and
Omega.
Naito and a Kenny Omega. And a Ricochet, Will Ospreay. You know, you guys might be talking about, well, JD, those guys do the flips and the dives and all this other shit, right? Doesn't mean that they're not good in the ring. Doesn't mean that they're not good in the ring. Zack Sabre Jr.,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Some of the cruiserweights are better than
Cruiserweights are better than Roman
I take a
Reigns.
Neville over Roman Reigns. You know? I take a
Cedric.
Rich Swann, a Cedric Alexander, a TJP.
Yeah.
They're much better than Roman Reigns as to what they do in the ring.
They do in the
Roman
ring.
Reigns.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns is boring. Roman Reigns is easing into that top guy position. He doesn't need to do much.
No.
He doesn't need to do much. The WWE top guys, they don't need to do much.
No.
This is why we never liked a guy like Roman Reigns. When someone like CM Punk came along, right? Why did we love Punk so much? Because he backed up what he said in the ring. He was great on the microphone. He made you believe every word out of his mouth. He was exactly like us in the way he delivered what he said. And when he got in the ring, he was better than everybody he was in the ring with. Same thing with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan comes off as a regular, hard-working, everyday
Everyday
man.
man.
When Daniel Bryan's in the ring, you know what the guy is capable of.
Same with AJ
know?
Styles.
That's why we enjoyed those guys being the top guys. But when you look at the top guys, right? You look at Hogan. Hogan started off and is easily one of wrestling's elite. You know, Justin LaBar did a Mount Rushmore recently on his podcast. Hogan is on the Mount Rushmore, And I agree with his Mount Rushmore. He did Hogan, San Martino, John Cena, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with his Mount Rushmore. If you're going based on what he talked about, absolutely. That's your Mount Rushmore for professional wrestling. But you look at the WWE's landscape of top guys. How many of them did you really enjoy, and how many of them you just didn't really give a shit about? Hogan, as a young child, he didn't really give a shit because Hulk Hogan was this larger-than-life athlete. He was this superhero, right? He had this superhero-like mentality where he would always, be on the receiving end of a heel beatdown, and then he would Hulk up, and he would come back and make that heroic Superman comeback, right? We all love that. And as we grow older, we realize that this shit is cheesy. We don't like this shit. And as those fans matured and got older, people really started to turn away from Hulk Hogan. I didn't become a Hulk Hogan fan until he was actually in the NWO at that Bash of the Beach, where he joined Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. I hated Hulk Hogan. The day I became a Hulk Hogan fan is when he leg dropped Macho Man Randy Savage and became the third man. That's when I became a Hulk Hogan fan. That's when I thought he was in his absolute best, Hulk Hogan. That moment. You look at John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Two guys, two different spectrums of the pole. Why did we love Stone Cold Steve Austin so much? Because he was real. Because it fit the mold of what WWE was presenting with the Attitude Era. He was everything that Hogan was not. Cursing and throwing the middle finger up and cursing at your boss.
And the beer.
Us watching at home, we all dreamt of cursing at our boss and telling our boss, go fuck yourself, while we're just splashing ourselves and chugging Budweisers, We all wanted to do that. We all lived vicariously. We all had that wild side inside of us, and we lived that wild side vicariously through Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that was why he was absolutely the biggest moneymaker for WWE ever. You look at John Cena. John Cena is of a Hulk Hogan mold.
Yeah.
He was the working man. He carried this company on his back for almost 10 years plus. He sold out venues left and right. They gave him the keys to the kingdom. He had the longevity. That's why they gave him that spot. They needed someone with longevity. John Cena actually outlasted both Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan. For guys that took the top spot in WWE.
And The Rock as well.
They need someone with longevity. That's why they gave it to John Cena. John Cena was nothing special. John Cena, when I became a John Cena's
nothing
fan,
special.
Same thing happened with John Cena as it did with Hulk Hogan. I hated John Cena early in his days. When he came and started winning the U.S. title, and then they started throwing him down our throats with the WWE Championship bullshit during all that stuff early on in his run. I hated him. I hated John Cena. When I became a John Cena fan? When he started to dwindle down his career, when his career started to die down, when he started to get into the ring with the younger guys like the Kevin Owens and the Sami Zayns and the Nevilles, and then obviously this year with AJ Styles over. When WWE gave John Cena the role of, seasoned veteran to put others over, that's when I respected John Cena. But nobody really wanted to see John Cena because WWE went about it the same way that they did Hogan. They didn't naturally let it progress. They picked somebody, they chose somebody, and they took that guy and shoved him with a fucking plunger down everybody's throats. And it was up to you whether you didn't want to watch it or you wanted to watch it on a weekly basis. They didn't do that with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin made himself a name. Stone Cold Steve Austin made himself a name by winning the King of the Ring, by putting on one of the best feuds in the history of this company with Bret the Hitman Hart, and then winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels with Mike Tyson. A lot of factors played into Stone Cold Steve Austin becoming the top guy. They never pushed Stone Cold down our throats. It was with one catchphrase and a feud that lasts fucking lifetimes with Bret the Hitman Hart. It eventually ran into the WWE Championship match with Shawn Michaels. And after that, Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon also, a dancing partner with Stone Cold Steve Austin. The greatest villain of all time in Stone Cold Steve Austin, or actually in Vince McMahon, played a role in Stone Cold Steve Austin's meteoric rise. They never shoved him down our throats. They were doing what they had to do to survive. So they had to go that Attitude Era route. It was never because they wanted to shove Stone Cold down our throats. This is our guy. We got to build everything around him. Stone Cold had The Rock, Triple H, Mankind, The Undertaker, Kane. They had a stacked fucking roster. They had so many supporting players. around Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was never that they relied on Stone Cold Steve Austin. They always had those other guys to back them up. Stone Cold went down with injury. He had The Rock to pick up the pieces until Stone Cold, came back. When The Rock went down, you had Triple H and The Undertaker right there. You had Plan A, you had Plan B, you had Plan C, you had Plan D. WWE doesn't have that now. WWE doesn't have that now. They put all their eggs in one basket with Roman Reigns, and they rely on Roman Reigns to be the top guy, and they went about it for the last 4 years in every which way, utilizing every member of this roster, sacrificing every member of this roster to get Roman Reigns over, sacrificing the quality of their shows to get Roman Reigns over, sacrificing their world championship on Monday Night Raw by putting it on Brock Lesnar because you are so incensed on getting this main event done at WrestleMania. Now they put the Intercontinental Championship on Roman Reigns, again taking another title away from the rest of the card while Brock Lesnar is not there. Getting the teams back together. Vince McMahon to get this guy over, having him win the Royal Rumble, having him come out at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, having The Rock promote this guy to get him over, getting endorsements from Daniel Bryan and John Cena, and putting a stable of 4 guys together in the League of Nations to get this guy over. None of it worked.
No.
None of it worked.
None of it worked.
You don't think people are prone to seeing this fucking forced garbage? That's why Roman Reigns is not the top guy. He's not the top guy. Leave it to the fans to tell you who the top guy is. It ain't Roman Reigns.
Nope.
This is Vince McMahon's top guy. It ain't the people's top guy. Roman Reigns has every right to say and think what he wants. That's his opinion. Roman Reigns said this because A, he's a dick. B, it was the first episode of this show. C, Roman Reigns likes to cause controversy. He knew. You don't think this guy knew? He knew. He knew what he was saying. He knew that people would listen to this and dissect it and it would be all over the internet. He knew what he was saying. He wants people talking about him. People aren't talking about Roman Reigns, then he is everything that John Cena said that he is, a failure. That's my opinion and my thoughts on why Roman Reigns said what he said on this Straight to the Source show with Corey Graves. He isn't the best in-ring performer right now.
Nope.
Anybody with a fucking functioning brain can realize that. But what Roman Reigns is a lover of controversy. He likes to stir up a nice little dash of controversy. He's playing into that polarizing figure. He wants you to fucking talk about it. He doesn't give a shit if you love him or hate him. To him, he's outselling every arena. He's in every main event of WrestleMania 3 years in a row. That's all he gives a shit about. And he comes off that way. He wanted to get you talking. That's exactly what he did on this show with Corey Graves. But he has every right to say that he's the best in-ring performer in the world today. You can't tell him what to say. If he thinks he's better than Kenny Omega, let him think he's better than Kenny Omega. We know he ain't better than the Cleaner. We know that he ain't better than Styles. We know that he ain't better than half the fucking roster on Monday Night Raw. Rollins, Joe, Cesaro. I'd even take Sheamus over Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You know? But Roman Reigns has every right to say that he's the best in-ring performer. That doesn't necessarily mean he's right. He can make himself look like a fool. But he does it because he wants people talking about it. You know? Maybe WWE even told him to go out there and say that because they wanted people to watch this first episode. You know? So don't take it with a serious tone. It is what it is. It's not really newsworthy, but everybody wanted to talk about it. That's my opinion on Roman Reigns thinking that he's the best in-ring performer in the world today. Backstage news on Enzo and Nia Jax and the segment from Monday Night Raw. Now, based on this segment, it appears that there will be another addition to the 205 Live roster temporarily. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Jax could be moving over to the show for a little while, similar to when Alicia Fox moved over during her angle with Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander. The reason behind this is to separate Jax from the current women's feud on Raw. With Jax playing such a dominant character on the main roster, attacks from the trio would significantly hurt that reputation. Okay. I understand that, and I got to give WWE a little benefit of the doubt. That does make sense. It really does. You got to build up Absolution to look strong. They're kind of having fun with the rest of their roster. They don't want Nia Jax to be in that group of girls that are being beaten up by Absolution. They want to keep her looking strong. So they temporarily took her off Raw. They put her with Enzo on 205 Live. Maybe if you're a fan of Nia Jax, you're going to go out of your way to watch 205 Live to watch Nia Jax with Enzo. it is what it is. I got to give them the benefit of the doubt. That is a logical reason, not really one that makes sense.
No.
Not really one that I would do. It's not really something that's going to get me to watch 205 Live. But if you're talking about everything else that's happening in the women's division on Raw, then yes, you want to use her, get her out of that equation, put her on 205 Live. After the segment, the two would further interact on Twitter to draw more attention to the angle. Enzo stated that all girls want to be with a champion, while referring to "I'm not like most girls" line of her theme song. Jax would respond to the tweet with a pair of eyes indicating that she is watching Enzo. Recently, there have been rumors that Nia Jax is not happy about her position in the WWE. However, Dave Meltzer denied those rumors, stating that they were overblown and that she was just taking time off before the Raw European tour in November. At this point, if there's any indication that Jax is willing to be a team player, the current romance angle with Enzo is a strong suggestion that she is on board to do whatever it takes within reason to gain tenure and experience in the WWE, as she should be doing. If you are young and if you are a maturing talent on Monday Night Raw, you need to do what these people tell you to do. You don't really have the status to go against what they're giving you. Otherwise, you're going to open yourself up for a bunch of shit you really don't want coming your way. Regardless of how long this angle lasts, the concept of Nia Jax having a crush on Enzo Amore is already eliciting reactions from many on social media. Not really going to get me to watch 205 Live, but if you're looking at what the rest of the women's division is doing on Raw, it does make just a little bit of sense to get her featured on Monday Night Raw and put her with Enzo. Meanwhile, they wrap up whatever they're doing with the women's division, and then you can kind of take her away from Enzo after that's all done and put her back in a position of dominance on Monday Night Raw. So that is the reason why Nia and Enzo are interacting on Raw, and then again taking it to social media. But it does make sense if you look at it from a standpoint of what they're doing with the rest of the women's division. Speaking of 205, in 2018, WWE wants to expand the brand. What I'm about to read to you adds to everything that I said. These people are clueless when it comes to 205 Live. They don't know what it takes to get this show up and off the ground. They don't know what it takes. They had the perfect just format coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. Build this division, build this brand on work rate itself. It will get over. It will get over. Point proven on Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed Raw very much on Monday. There was no filler. There was no bullshit. They gave you matches, and they let their talent go out there and do what they had to do. Now, I remember there being reports that Vince McMahon hates flying to the West Coast for any WWE show, whether it's a house show, whether it's a pay-per-view, whether it's a live TV taping for Raw or SmackDown. He doesn't like flying to the West Coast. So some people were telling me that, JD, there was a report that you talked about earlier in the year that Vince McMahon didn't like flying to the West Coast. That's why Monday Night Raw looked to be a little bit more better than usual. And it got me thinking, you guys were right. Some of you that tweeted me that, you were exactly right. And it took me to see that, to realize that, yes, I did remember hearing and seeing that and reporting that on this podcast. Maybe Vince McMahon wasn't even there, and that's why we got a wrestling-heavy Monday Night Raw. Maybe Triple H was left in charge. I don't know. I don't know who was left in charge, but whoever was in charge clearly wasn't Vince McMahon. It didn't feel like a Vince McMahon-produced show. They let these guys go out there. They gave Roman and Jason Jordan 20 minutes plus. Sasha and Paige almost 20 minutes. We got the tag team title match at the end of the show. Cruiserweights got 15 minutes. What am I watching here? Never on any show did the Cruiserweights get 15 minutes. The only time I remember the Cruiserweights getting 15 minutes on Monday Night Raw was when Neville defended his title against Rich Swann and Jack Gallagher. That was it. This is a division that needs to get over on work rate. You don't need to go live. You don't need to have a show on Tuesdays. And you don't need to have live events for 205 Live. You don't. That's what this report is going to tell you. They're expanding 205 Live. PW Insider reports that WWE is going to start running 5 events for the 205 Live roster in January 2018. The first shows will be from January 18 through the 20th and are booked to be in smaller buildings, much like the NXT brand. It looks like WWE is starting slowly with this idea of booking a couple events over a weekend once a month. Vince McMahon did note in February during a quarterly meeting or quarterly earnings call that there were plans to create some revenue sources from the brand, and the 205 Live show has done better since the addition of Enzo Amore, and the impending debut of Hideo Itami will certainly add another big name to the brand. Although nothing has been set in stone just yet, and this is just in the experimental phase at the moment, but if all goes well, this could be some really cool things for the guys on the 205 Live roster. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all for a couple of reasons. Number one, this is not necessary. I don't even think 205 Live is necessary. If you keep these guys to Monday Night Raw and you feature them in a way that you did on Monday night in that Fatal 4-Way, things will be just fine. If WWE showcased these cruiserweights like they did on Monday, this past Monday, all year,